do something important. That has been the motto that Elon Musk has lived by for most of his life. He's known for his companies like SpaceX, PayPal, and Tesla. However, I believe that his characteristics are the ones that propelled him so far. Specific, his pursuit for innovation and curiosity to try new things, his inhuman work ethic, and his influence on others while still willing to take massive risks are what makes him such a great and ideal leader to look up to. His pursuit for innovation started with Zip2, which is his very first successful business venture. It was a city planning guide for the newspaper, which he would later sell to make PayPal. He was also a very big advocate of sustainable transportation and space exploration. Hence, he made Tesla and SpaceX. Tesla, he wanted to find a way to mass produce electric cars. And with SpaceX, he wanted an affordable yet effective way of exploring space and even potentially exploring Mars. One thing that he said, and a lot of advice that he would give to others, was to be an innovative person was to surround yourself with innovative people. One thing, and he did just that, and one question he asked in his interviews was always, what problems have you come across and how have you solved them? And to make sure they were the ones that truly solved the problem, he consistently asked further detailed questions, and if they weren't able to answer them, then he'd know the answer that they truly did not solve the problem. Despite innovation being the start of most of his business ventures, his work ethic is what propelled them and kept them going. His persistence to try new things and his persistence to keep things working was almost unheard of. One thing that he was asked in an interview was, did he ever think about giving up following the 3 explosions of his rocket launches? And he simply said no. His idea was that you had to work substantially harder than your competition for someone to undeniably pick your product over his, or to pick his product over yours. He wanted to be substantially better than the next, so there was no debate. His influence that he had on the market, on people, on his followers, was quite ridiculous. And one thing that was asked that one of his employees mentioned was, when deciding between to work for him or another company that paid better, he chose to work for the creative genius, as stated. He also always followed the leaders eat last mentality, which is the idea of putting yourself before your followers, and rather than being an authoritarian business, he followed the idea of setting the example and leading by action rather than by words. He always believed that taking risks while you're young was extremely important, and that's exactly what he did when he sold PayPal to put all of his money into Tesla, which was quite a risky business, but paid off in the end. Lastly, I would say that while you're young, you should really strive to be the best self you can be the best person you could be, and try and do something that can leave a mark in your world and that you will be remembered by. So, in simple terms, I would say that you should be able to do something important, and that is, I think, what you should be able to live by. Okay.
You're a good runner. That was under
It was,
par.
I know. I was trying to.